Hi, I'm Randy Wooden, and welcome to another in our Edge Library series, talking to young professionals and dealing with the weakness question. It's one of those questions that comes up, it seems like, in every interview, and you need to have a good answer for it. Now, I've got some thoughts on ways of handling it, and also some things you probably don't want to do. One of the things I probably want to stay away from is that tired cliche of, well, I'm a perfectionist. And there are some ways to twist and contort that to make it kind of sort of sound good, but I'd really rather not go there. And especially as a young professional, I just think that you've got other better material you could use. I also would hesitate to use the, gee, I don't know that I have any. I mean, let's face it, at this point in your career, to say that you don't have any weaknesses, probably a bit of a stretch. I like your confidence, but let's be real about that. Now, what I would do, you look at me, for instance. Look at it. You see, I have no hair. You can see that. What I encourage people to do is ideally find something that they can see either physically as they look at you or something on paper that it's obvious that you lack. Now, granted, the fact that I have hair or no hair has no bearing on my ability to do a job. I'm just pointing it out as an illustration to see that, yes, you can witness this, you can see this. So if I'm a young professional and I'm perhaps coming out of school and don't have much experience, or if I'm just a year or two, 3, 4, 5 out and don't have a lot of experience, or maybe I lack a master's degree, or I lack specific industry experience. Maybe I have 2 or 3, 4 years experience, but now I'm looking to move to a different industry or even perhaps a different job function. Any of those pieces that don't fit, all of what I just said are obvious things as they look at your background. So one way to approach the weakness question for a very young person is, and I like the phrase, some people might say that, is this. Well, some people might say that my age might be a weakness. And while I can't change my age, what I can ask you to do is look at what I have done given, and then whether it's my time as a student or my time in the workplace. And now you're talking positives. I mean, they know you're not 45 years old. They can tell that. So if they'll let you get away with it, the easiest thing to do is to talk about something that's obvious that you lack. Maybe some people might say my lack of a master's degree is a weakness, and while I can't change that today, I do have plans to go back and continue my education. But what I can tell you is I have, and now you're talking about your positives. That's how I would handle it. Now, there's another way you can go about this, and it's to somewhat quibble, and you have to kind of watch how this comes across. I don't prefer the word weakness. Now, if I'm an employer, instead of asking what's a weakness, I might ask it this way. I might ask, can you identify something for me that you've recognized you've needed to work on and develop, and what is it and what steps have you taken to work on that? So that's how I might want to counter this question. When somebody says, what's a weakness of yours? You might say, well, I'm not sure necessarily I'd call it a weakness, but I think like many people, I look to identify areas where I'd look to improve, and I can give you an example of one. And that's where you would talk about something perhaps being better able to budget your time. That's one of the big bugaboos of people as they go from high school into college is, wow, what do I do with my time and how do I structure it? And perhaps that first semester or two in college was a pretty bumpy ride. I know it's been for a lot of people. But you can show how you've recognized that as something that needs attention, and so you've sought out guidance either from mentors, through self-study to become much more structured, and it's made you more productive and effective and efficient. So that could be something. It's an ongoing process. We're never 100% cured, but we recognize something that we do want to work on. That may be a better way to go about it. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit, and that'll wrap it up on this, another Edge Library series dealing with young professionals and the weakness question. It's a tough one. I'm Randy Wooden. Thanks for watching.